part two since that other video was getting way too long. So yeah, Bernie's position on Israel v. Palestine. Understand something. What we witnessed at the debate was something incredible. Something that we've never seen before in US politics. Or for that matter in global politics, is something very, very rare. What we witnessed was a politician prepared to talk about treating the Palestinians and residents of Gaza as human beings. That has never happened before in US politics. Whenever the issue of Israel v. Palestine comes up, the answer is always Israel has a fundamental right to exist and a right to defend itself. Yes, but that was not the question. What we're talking about is the settlements and the occupation and the subhuman way that these people are being treated, and the fact that people in Gaza and in Palestine are being systematically killed. It's a freaking genocide that's happening there. And there's no other way to say that. Understand something. Israel likes to talk about the rocket attacks and saying that they're constantly under the threat of rocket attacks. Yeah, you have freaking Iron Dome that we gave you. They're launching missiles that have little to no effect. Yes, sometimes some Israelis get killed in like a terrorist attack and stuff. But then the response is not to just go into Gaza and kill a couple thousand people in response to one or two people getting killed or one or two soldiers getting injured. And what's even more upsetting, and you don't have to take my word for it, you can go look back at every one of these attacks. Netanyahu and the right-wing government in Israel, anytime it's coming close to an election, what they'll do is that they will do an incursion into Gaza, or they'll do something to break the ceasefire and provoke the Gazans to attack them. They do this every single time there's an election. And the reason why they do it is because the economy in Israel is not doing good right now. People are having difficulty getting jobs. They're dealing with the same kind of bullshit that we're all dealing with. So what do? They rally people behind hating the Muslims. That's a strategy that's used in Israel. And anybody who speaks out against this is called an anti-Semite. And that's what they're doing right now to Bernie Sanders. And Bernie Sanders isn't even speaking out harshly against them. He's just simply saying that the United States needs to have a more neutral role in this conflict. And that we should also be talking about the rights of the Palestinians. We shouldn't just be solely concerned with the rights of Israel and what the Israeli government wants. And he's fucking right. Understand something. We have had several chances to have a two-state solution, to have peace in the Middle East. And every single time, whenever it comes up to the UN, you know who blocks it? No, it's not the Palestinians that are blocking it. It's us. We're the ones who do it. We're the ones who are always vetoing every single resolution in the UN Security Council to make Palestine be recognized as a state. We are one of the major roadblocks to having peace in the Middle East, because we keep caving into the right-wing government of Israel. And understand something, saying that does not make me anti-Semitic. There are millions of people in Israel who disagree with their right-wing government. Not because somebody is from Israel means that they're for a lot of the bullshit that they're doing to Gaza. You know, if you read newspaper like Haaretz and a couple other ones, it's very obvious they are usually very critical of Netanyahu and the government. And they'll usually attack them for breaking a ceasefire or escalating conflicts before an election or, you know, using fear-mongering for political gain. That's not me talking. That's coming from the newspapers in Israel. It's not anti-Semitic to criticize their government. And what's even more disgusting about this is the Hillary Clinton campaign has totally latched onto this attack. You know, to scare, because, you know, New York has a large Jewish population, to scare a lot of the people into thinking, oh my God, Bernie Sanders is a racist. Yeah, Bernie freaking Sanders, whose father is from freaking Poland, who most of his families were exterminated by Hitler and the Nazis. That's who Hillary Clinton surrogates are accusing of blood libel. You know what that is? That's basically calling Bernie Sanders a self-hating Jew. That's who they're criticizing for that. Somebody who lost most of their family in the Holocaust. Why? Because he has a different thought on this issue. And he's for treating people like people. And he's not just blindly saying, yeah, Israel can do whatever the hell they want and kill all the Muslims, they're the evil ones. Understand something? When you have a military incursion, right, where one side is out killing the other side 100 to 1, 100 to 1 on average, how can you say that the side that's killing people 100 to 1 is the victim? How the fuck does that make sense? The side with the 6th largest military in the world, with the most advanced weaponry in the world, that's killing the other side 100 to 1, that's bombing hospitals and killing American journalists and American doctors who go there. Places that are established as UN hospitals, they're bombing them. And you're going to call the people doing the bombing the victim? What the fuck is wrong with you? Look, Israel has a right to exist. Everybody freaking says that. Israel has a right to defend themselves against terrorism. Everyone freaking agrees with that. Israel does not have the right to kill innocent people for political gain, like what Netanyahu and the right-wing government does every single time there's an election. That's fucking bullshit. And we need to stop with the bullshit and be fair about this. And that's what Noam Chomsky has been talking about. That's what Bernie Sanders has been talking about. That's what people like Finkelstein have been talking about for freaking years. And this idea of using the word anti-Semitism as a weapon needs to freaking end. If we want peace in the Middle East, we need to start treating everyone like a human being. That's where negotiations need to start. We can't just say one side will get everything they want and the other side, fuck them. That's not how you get peace. That's how you get perpetual war, and that's how you exterminate people. If you want change and you want peace, you need to be willing to work with people. Bernie Sanders, again, is right because he's the only one who freaking gets it. And he also sees where the problems are in Washington. Bernie Sanders was the only politician running for president right now who did not do a speech to AIPAC. Understand something, that has never happened before in this country. We gotta get Bernie to win, man, because if he does, not only will he fix the economic situation, he will also fix a lot of these conflicts that we have around the world. That's all I have to say. Open your freaking eyes and your mind.